What's going on, guys, gals, and everything in between? You are on the sidelines with the sideline guys. I am Chris.
And I'm Derrick.
Welcome back,
Yes,
everybody.
sir. Yes,
As
sir.
always, the patented what is welcome back. Um,
Yes, sir.
this week is a little slow. I'm not gonna lie, but there's always something going on in this mad world of sports that we love so very much. So it's only right that we begin in the place that has our heart, the place we're looking forward to being back in the full swing of the NFL world. So
Yes, sir.
there's a couple of news items that we definitely have to go over, as well as some theory stuff that I'm excited to talk to you about. So
Oh yeah.
the first one, obviously, we start with the bad news here. We're that show. We start with the bad news, and then hopefully the good news, brings us back to reality a little bit.
Yeah, yeah.
But before we get too far into that, please make sure that you give us all the support, all the love on YouTube, on OTS Media, as well as OTS Media Co. on all social media platforms.
Sir.
Give us a follow, give us a subscribe on YouTube, give us a like, and rate the podcast on wherever you're watching or listening.
Most
It's very
definitely.
important to what we're doing. And hey, we're giving you all this free stuff anyway. You might as well help out a little.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit. So, on that note, the first big newsworthy moment of the day, we found out that Chris Carson of the Seattle Seahawks is retiring
Yeah.
due to a neck injury that he sustained, obviously, probably throughout the duration of his career that's just coming off to the surface. I did see that um, they put him on a special designation as far as him not passing the medicals so
Hmm.
that he will get a guaranteed amount of his paycheck, which in my opinion they shouldn't necessarily be praised for. Like, that should be standard practice, but Seahawks got some rub for making that decision. How do you feel about all of that and his decision?
Yeah, I mean, it's it makes sense. I mean, he's been hurt. I want to say it's been I think he got hurt last year. It was either last year or the year before. Um that he got hurt and it was significant injury. Um so I mean, I would rather see guys retire uh uh and not put themselves in jeopardy as much as possible. Like remember Ryan Shazier
Hmm.
with the Steelers.
Very
He's
promising talent too.
yeah, and I wanted to see him come back, but at the same time after that hit, once he saw that hit and him go down and he wasn't moving at all. Like you don't want to see guys like that, man. So I mean, it's tough because Carson is he's a really good back, but it is better to just see him go ahead and retire and possibly I'm pretty sure he'll be able to still work with the Seahawks and in some capacity, whether that's with the coaching or with front office or something like that. So I'm pretty sure he'll be good, but
Yeah, and it's the reality of the sport that
yeah,
plays like that can happen at any time.
yeah,
So
yeah,
if
you don't
there
want to risk that.
is exactly if there is any lingering injuries, really not worth putting yourself out there in that same way. I'm interested by this whole storyline just because um, I feel like this should happen more often, and not even just in a sort of preventative way.
Hmm.
Like, I'm waiting for another Calvin Johnson story where he's not even necessarily like you could argue he could have played more than that, but he's
Oh
just
yeah,
like, yeah, I'm out of here. I think a lot of NFL players should be making decisions like that because let's face it,
hmm,
financially they can. There's
yeah,
not a lot of sports where they can make
yeah,
decisions like that. So I would say, yeah, 100% health is wealth. That's the most important thing. And if you're risking you're risking your life no matter what. I sound like that Walking Dead line with Rick. You go outside, you risk your life. No, but for
yeah,
real,
yeah,
like you're on all these plays,
yeah,
they can be catastrophic. And if you already know that you're predisposed in some way, it's the right move to do. It is heartbreaking though. Like, I'm sure he doesn't want this at all.
yeah,
So it's always tough in situations like this. I'm thinking about a lot of fighters as well, where I'm sure there's a lot of guys that are in the same situation that do not even consider it, just
hmm,
because. there's so much less financial reward there. So I'm glad he's in the position where he can do that, and I just wish the best for him, man. It's crazy.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you never know too. Like he could be one of these guys that ends up starting a show. The Pivot or I Am Athlete, where you have guys that are retired football players that are making a killing at at just talking. That they're doing a very good, great job. So he might be able to do something like that too. So you never know. You never know. But I hope nothing but the best because he's played for 5 years.
Yep.
Yeah,
And hey, that's longer than
that's
most backs get to see in the NFL. Period.
I
So
was about to say that. I mean, especially at when you consider like the average, I think the average career for NFL players, what 3 years? I'm sorry,
yep.
3 years. So he's already beaten that. So sucks to see him go out like that, but it's better to see him go out this way than to go out paralyzed. So you know,
Mhm.
good for him. Good for him.
There's something poetic in that, but we'll leave it. We'll
Yeah,
leave it at that. Uh, the next big NFL news, obviously, that went down literally today, which I'm super excited for. Julio Jones signed with the Buccaneers,
yeah,
the hated Buccaneers. Let me add that once again. Um, so I want to talk about this one in context a little bit. We
yeah.
we both talked about how Julio's sort of on the decline last season, and we were interested to see where he goes or who wants him necessarily, because might not be a big pool. And then as far as the places he could have potentially gone, I would say this is the best for him, not necessarily the best fit or anything like that, but having him as that third option on a team with Godwin coming back off of ACL tear, of course, but still Chris Godwin
Mm.
and Mike Evans on the other ends of that sideline. If you got someone like Julio in the middle, even if they're older in their career, it only adds. And hey, get him in there with Brady's trainer, man. I'm telling you, get some of that bionic fluid in him. Next thing we know, who knows? Maybe he's a 15 game receiver. Who knows?
He ain't
Uh,
playing a full season, bro. You like he
it
ain't
works
playing a
for
full season.
Brady. I
Yeah,
don't
but
know.
he's way too far gone for that to work for him right now, man. I think like it would be nice, but he was already on decline in Atlanta, so it was God, and probably you could probably see it like once they went up against us in the playoffs en route to the Super Bowl. That was probably the last time I remember seeing Julio look like Julio.
Mhm.
And that's also due to everybody else around him too, because the team was starting to fall apart, especially after that. That was what the 2017-18 season. So going to that 18-19 season, he was already starting to look a little less like Julio.
Yeah.
Um, this is a good spot for him, though. I think if I'm not mistaken, I think we actually brought this up when he first got released by the Titans. That this was one of the spots that somewhat made sense. So you bring him in. They got Kyle Rudolph this week as well, with Gronk retiring again, um,
Allegedly.
allegedly. But yeah, with him being gone, you go out and get Kyle Rudolph. I think those are two really nice additions. I don't know
Sneaky
how
ones too.
far they are sneaky, but I don't know how far they're going to get with them. Like,
Exactly. I wanted to ask you this. Do you feel like Julio is an upgrade over what Antonio Brown gave them last season?
uh-uh,
Not at all, right?
no, no, and that's
For sure.
because of his health. Like, if you're talking about prime Julio, then that's right on par with what they were getting.
Godwin will be in the slot, not Julio.
Yeah,
Literally.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Literally.
Most definitely. So I mean, it's um I don't know. It's good. Like you said, it is good for Julio because he's not a primary. He's not even the secondary. I don't even know if we could really look at him as a third because you had Leonard Fournette there too. So it's a
Scotty
good
Miller as well.
yeah, it's a good spot for him. It's a good spot for him. So we'll see. We'll see. But over under 8 games.
Oh, okay. If I'm being realistic, under 100%.
Yeah.
Let's just hope that those 4 games are during the playoffs. But uh, um, my heart is saying 9 at least because hey,
9.
I'm telling you, there's something in the water down there in Tampa. I don't know what it is.
It's that heat.
Uh, nah,
It's that heat,
it's not the heat shock proteins.
bro.
It's the trainer. It's
Bro,
Brady's trainer. It's the Mexican supplements. It's
I,
closer to the border. You know what I mean? You could get them in easier. You know.
drop them in the Gulf. Nah, I think I don't know, bro. I don't expect him to. I think 8 is. I'm gonna say under, but 8 makes sense as to like how many we actually see him play.
Yeah, for sure. I think Vegas sets the line at 9 to get that
9.
action. So it makes
Okay.
sense. It makes
Yeah.
sense. That's a good
Yeah.
number.
Yeah. Because I think he played like how many games did he play last year? Like 5, 5 or 6,
That's a good question. I think it might be 6.
6. Yeah.
I'll check on
He
that.
was gone. Like he was gone and he was playing with like he was actually there and still not there. So it was I
Play 10 games.
10
So,
games.
yep.
10 games.
Damn. Damn. And I'm just looking at these numbers too. Like, yeah, I agree
Those
with
numbers were
what you said
horrible, weren't
earlier,
they?
dude. Like, dude, 31 receptions for 434 yards and 1 touchdown. Like, that is rough in 10
Yeah,
games.
yeah. And
Like, that is
that's with
Tannehill
Henry out there.
sucks. Let me just make that very
He
clear.
does.
Tannehill sucks.
He does.
So let's let's pump the brakes. But I don't know. I don't think he's in for some sort of career
No.
revitalization here. But
Yeah, I don't expect it.
I think the numbers are going to be at least better than they were last year. They have to be.
The numbers should be better. Um, I don't know, bro. Like you're playing with, like, of course, Tannehill, but regular season Tannehill is better than postseason Tannehill, right?
That's very true. Yeah, that's very true.
So I have to at least give him that. And then you're also playing with Mark Henry, not Mark Henry, Jesus,
How
with
dare you?
Derrick Henry. My bad.
Shout out Mark Henry.
But shout
I
out
mean,
Mark Henry. I love Mark Henry.
you're
Yeah,
alluding to some news we got later on, and that's okay. We'll get into the wrestling world early if you'd like, but that's hilarious. Mark Henry,
no,
dude. Yeah,
I don't
Derrick
even know.
Henry.
Yeah, Derrick Henry. You got AJ Brown that was on the opposite side of him, and was it Jonu Smith that was their tight end?
Johnny, yep.
Jonas. So like he had guys that were going to get covered and put up those numbers. So who knows?
Who knows, man? I okay. This is my last question on this, and we'll move on. Do
Okay.
you think him or Scotty Miller ends up with more receptions at the end of the season?
I'm going to bet Scotty Miller.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
I'm betting Scotty Miller.
100%. 100.
Yeah.
This is a name move more than it is a
Yes.
talent move.
Yes.
100%.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. But
Can't blame him.
Miller will definitely benefit from Julio being there.
Hey, that Bucks team was a drive for making the Super Bowl last season, and people forget about that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Yeah.
we'll see. Hey, shout out Matty Ice. That was one of the most insane moments, like legit. That I'm driving. Little context here. I was on my Uber Eats wave at the moment. So
Yeah.
I'm here driving. It's the middle of the night, and I'm just like literally. I stopped my car. I pulled over on my way to pick up an order to watch that last drive, and I'm like, this dude really just did the Brady to Brady after he just did his Brady moment, like crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah.
yeah, got a little off topic there, but that was a great moment there.
Yeah.
But
It
yeah, I'm
was.
excited for the Bucks this season. I think the pump fake on the retirement is so dumb, but as an MMA fan, it feels like home. You know, it
Yeah,
feels
it
very
does.
feels very normal to me.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So I don't think he's gonna lose a step. So and having a name like Julio in
Yeah.
there, it'll only bring more hype to that.
Oh yeah. Yeah. They're definitely getting hype.
Yes, sir. But all right, now the reason why we've came here, the
Yes,
most
sir.
exciting time of the year,
Yes,
the
sir.
Madden ratings are out. So it's time for everyone to be pissed off.
Yeah.
Rightfully so. Rightfully so, I might add.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's a couple names on this list that I'm already seeing just on this first list that do not make sense to me. So I'm excited to
Yes.
get into it.
Yes, sir.
Let's start off with the wide receivers. So I'm gonna be starting off at 99. Now, Let me start this premise because how Madden does their ratings, I don't fucking know. But the way I think about it, it should be entirely based. It should be. I won't say entirely. It should be 80% based on last season and
Mm-hmm.
20% based on historical value, in my
Yes.
opinion.
Yes.
Because,
Yeah.
dude, that's why these games come out every year, right?
Yeah.
To
Yeah.
update based on how last season went. So
Mm-hmm.
that's the way I look at these ratings. I don't know
Yeah.
what their metrics are, um, but with that in mind, the first player that's coming in at a 99 overall, I'm curious, as a wide receiver, who would you think that is?
I would think it would be Cooper Cup based off of last season.
Yep,
That it would be Cooper Cup,
and that's
and
a fair assumption.
I don't know how. I don't get it. To be completely honest, I don't really understand where we are right now.
Dude.
What we're
So we'll,
doing.
we'll just get right to it. Devontae
Yeah.
Adams, the number one ranked wide receiver in Madden with the 99 overall. Cooper Cup's coming in at second with the 98. Um, I don't get it. I think my guy Cooper Cup got the white boy Heisman. You know what I'm saying? Like just there's a little bit of there's a little bit of situational things that factor into the. I think this one has to do
Yeah.
with skin tone. I don't know.
I look. Put it like this: Devonte Adams, I think, deserves his the praise that he gets, right?
For sure.
But based off of last season, I don't know that we can honestly say Devontae was better than Cooper Cup
Or that he deserves a 99.
or that he
Period.
deserves a 99. That's where, like what you just said earlier, though, that we should be basing it off of the previous season, because the previous season Cooper Cup, hands down, was the best receiver. I don't know how you say anything other than that. I mean,
Am I crazy for feeling like I don't even think that I have. I think we got to go back 3 seasons for me to
mm-hmm,
confidently say Devontae Adams was the number one receiver in the league. Am I crazy for saying that?
I don't know. I can't say you are, but I can't say you're not.
Like I just feel like I don't know. It's been a while. Maybe it's because of the move. Maybe it's hyping
Yeah,
up the move as well. Like I guess the numbers are there. Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to
yeah.
disrespect Devonte Adams.
Mm,
He's obviously top top three, no matter how you slice it. But
mm-hmm.
yeah, I feel like these should be flip flopped.
I think so. So the 1 through 10. What
I wanted to slow roll this a little. I wanted to get sexy with it,
yeah.
but okay, let's do it. We'll go through the entire list, and then we'll talk about our snubs and everything. So
Yeah, let's do it.
Tyreek Hill is listed at number 3 with a 97.
Yeah.
DeAndre Hopkins listed at number 4 with a 96. Stephon Diggs, number 5 with a 95. Justin Jefferson, number 6 with a 93. Mike Evans, number 7 with 92. Keenan Allen, number 8 with the 91. Put some respect on that name. I'm just gonna say that right
Yeah.
there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Terry, it was Scary Terry coming in at 91 and number 9, and then Amari Cooper coming in at 90 and number 10. I think there's a couple names that aren't on this list that should be.
Who?
First of all, where the fuck is AJ Brown? Like,
Thank
let's get
you.
this shit straight.
Thank
And
you.
that's not because you're on the show. Like, let's get
Yeah.
this straight.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's a top 10 wide receiver,
He
and I
is.
don't care how you distribute the stats that make the ratings. He should be in that top 10,
Yeah. Above Amari, right?
100%. I mean, Scary Terry as well.
Yeah.
I think Keenan Allen is tough, but I think numbers wise, I think he might even have that edge there too.
On Keenan Allen.
So exactly.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I
I agree
really
with that.
don't get this. I really don't get this.
Yeah.
And another name that deserves to be in there that isn't, which I get because of the injury, Michael Thomas. I think Michael Thomas is in your top 10 for sure.
Not based
Is that
off
a hot
last year.
take? Is that a
Not
hot
based off.
take?
Yeah, not based off last year.
I can understand that.
If you're
But
not there, then
if
I
we're
can't.
talking top 10 receivers, like
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean,
he's
yeah.
in that list. Yeah.
Well, yeah. If we're talking no injuries, like injuries are turned off.
Franchise mode.
Yeah, franchise. Well, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I'm not mad at that. But based off of last year,
Yeah,
he wasn't there, so I can't put him at 10 right now.
for sure.
But the talent wise, yeah, for sure. There's no question about it. I I don't know. I don't know how you look at Jamar Chase and rate and put him where you put him, because if I'm not mistaken, he's lower than AJ Brown.
Yes. Let me see. Yep, he's 20th
Yeah,
behind Brandon Cooks and DJ Moore. Like,
and then
come
like
on,
what
bro.
Debo Samuel did last year as well. How I don't know how do you have Michael Thomas over Debo Samuel right now based off of last season? You see what I'm saying?
I agree with that.
That doesn't make sense. Um, I don't know. This I don't get this. I'm not. Jamar Chase should not be 20, bro. He should not be 20.
For sure. And with all due respect, Terry should not be 9. Like,
No,
Terry should not be 9.
no.
I'm a big fan. Don't get me
Yeah,
wrong, but he
yeah,
should not be 9.
yeah.
And you
Because
know
what are we
what's
basing this off of? Talent or output?
exactly? I think it's more so talent.
Yeah, if we're gonna base it off
Even
talent,
then,
cool. But I mean, yeah, I don't have him as a top 10.
yeah.
I don't think I mean, if you want to put him in your top 15, that's more reasonable. I'm fine with that. But top 10, I can't make a case for Terry McLaurin over AJ Brown, over Debo Samuel,
And
um,
frankly, I don't get
Jamar
how you
Chase.
have Mike Evans at what is it, 7?
Yeah,
And then you have Godwin at 13. Like that
because
that does
Godwin was the better
doesn't make
receiver
sense.
last year, right?
Exactly, exactly.
Yeah, I don't know.
And it
This
wasn't just last year either. It was like in
no, no,
totality. I think it
yeah.
really has to do with the intangibles. Like I feel like the intangibles are factoring into these numbers big time.
Uh, I
Make it
think
make
that
sense,
I
EA.
think your top three. I think the top three are interchangeable. Outside, no, I'm sorry. Cooper Cup should definitely be number one, but outside of that, Devontae Adams and Tyreek Hill at 2 or 3, I'm fine with. I don't have a problem. But the rest of the list, I'm not feeling that. I'm not
For
feeling
sure.
that. They like
Honestly, I think there could be 399s here. Like there's no reason to go
they
98,
they
97, in my
they
opinion.
all could legitimately be a 99. That's I completely agree with you on that one. I agree with you. I don't know how you. Okay, so what is it 99 for each position? Like one
I don't think
99
so.
for each
No, I
position?
think there is more than one, but we'll confirm that as we go along. But
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm Madden's got some work to do, man.
yes, sir. Anything major change wise that you want to see before we move on?
In the top 10,
Yep.
I think we covered it.
For me, and I love me some D Hop. Don't get me wrong, but how are you at number 4? Like based off last season, how are you at number 4?
I think I agree with you on that one. I think I agree
But
with
you
you on
can't you
that.
can't put him out of the top 10. But
No, he's in the top 10,
exactly,
but based off of output, you could almost make a case for Stephon Diggs being over DeAndre Hopkins.
for sure, for
Yeah.
sure.
I don't know. I don't know. And again, Jamar Chase could legitimately, because he was what, the rookie of the year last year, right? If I'm
Yep.
not mistaken.
Yeah, that should get some rub too.
I don't know, man. I don't
This
know why we're not factoring a lot of these things into
all I gotta say is this next
consideration.
one is even worse. Like I like some of the stuff on this next list, but it's even worse. So I'll give the whole list, and then we'll give our thoughts.
Yes, sir.
Edge rushers. So this there's a lot of positions on this fucking list. Let's get that shit straight.
Yes.
So there's a lot of different positions here, so it's not easy apples to apples comparisons. But
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
our first 99 coming in at number 1, Aaron Donald, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Our second 99, Miles Garrett.
Question
And
answered.
now this one right here makes no sense to me. TJ Watt at number 3 with a 96. What? I'll finish the list and then we'll react. Fred Warner, 94 at number 4. Nick Bosa, 95 at number 5. Cameron Hayward, 93 at number 6. Demario Davis, 93 at number 7. Khalil Mack, 92 at number 8. Levante David, that's fucking hilarious. Number 9 and 92. And then Von Miller, number 10 and 92. Is there any major snubs here that's sticking out to you?
Hold on. Who's out? Who's in the top 20? Oh yeah, Chandler Jones should not be in
Yes,
the 20.
sir.
Chandler Jones should be in top 10.
Vegas Chandler Jones too. Like you got to factor
Yeah,
that in. That man,
yeah, he's crazy.
yeah,
He's crazy. Based off of last year, I would probably say it's. I wouldn't be mad at Bobby Wagner being top 10,
yeah, me neither. But he's at 11. He's
but
not too
he's at
far off.
11, not that far off. Yeah, so it's not that bad.
The biggest thing that pisses me off about this list, how the hell is Watt a 96?
I don't know. I don't know.
He was the Steelers offense. Like
Yeah, yeah,
he
he
was the
was.
Steelers offense, bro.
Yeah, because when he went down, that was it.
Hmm.
That was it. You could make a case it should be 399s right here.
Literally. And wasn't he defensive player of the year as well?
He sure was.
Yeah, makes no sense.
I don't know. I'm not
I don't like
understanding
Cameron
where.
Hayward being in this list either.
Mm-mm.
As high as he is, especially.
Yeah. Okay. Let me ask you about Khalil Mack.
Mhm.
Are we still considering him top 10 right now? Or, I mean, because he
I
was in
think
Chicago.
I think it's the name bias.
It's the name bias. That's the thing I'm
100%.
tired of, man. Because a lot of these, especially, we see it with Madden, we see it with 2K, with NBA 2K as well, where there are guys that are getting rated higher than they should be based off of their name and what the past was versus what we just saw the
That
previous
last season.
season.
Yep.
I'm not based off of last season. I don't think you can say Khalil Mack's top 10.
100%.
I don't
And
think you
do
can say that.
and I don't think that's peak Khalil Mack,
I don't
but
think so either.
that's
But
the season. Like
that's based
that's what
off of where
happened.
he was, because
Exactly.
based on talent, yeah, he is a top 10 talent, but where he was last year, that's the output was just not there to say that he was a top 10.
Exactly. I don't know, man. These ratings getting weird and they're only getting weirder.
They are.
So yeah, that's all I really got on this one. We can move on to the next one.
Yeah.
I'm just sad. You know what I'm sad about?
What's that?
How come they don't got a top 10 lineman section?
Defensive lineman?
Offensive lineman section.
Oh no, they got, hold up. I think they had one.
They don't, dude. It's
No,
edge
this
rushers,
year.
running backs, cornerbacks, and D line quarterbacks.
No, because the Eagles are the best offensive lineman rating in Madden this year.
But it's not in these top tens on the rating database.
Yeah, I don't get that.
Give the big boys some love, god damn it.
Yeah, the lines. Oh, okay, hold up. They have defensive linemen right here. We'll get back to it later. My bad.
Cool, you're good. Don't worry about it. So let me clear this because I had no idea that it was literally keeping the players in the queue. So let's pull up the running backs.
Yes, sir.
There's no 99s on this, which I
No.
disagree with 100%.
Mm-hmm.
You got like, what's the point of having the point system if you're not gonna give 199? But
Yeah.
our number one, Derrick Henry, at 97, very very fair. Should be 99, but hey, we'll take it. Christian McCaffrey, number two. I think this is controversial. At
I
96,
He should not be two.
for sure.
He should not be
He
two.
should at
Based off
least be
last year,
four on this. At least no,
I
at
would
least five.
I would honestly put have no problem putting Jonathan Taylor in McCaffrey's place
and
based
Nick
off of
Chubb
last year. And Nick Chubb, yeah. Neither one of those guys.
for sure. So
Yeah.
third is Nick Chubb with 96. Fourth, Jonathan Taylor with 95. If you watch Jonathan Taylor play, that's not a 95, bro. That's not
No.
a 95.
No.
He should be the second person here, in my opinion. Respect to Nick Chubb, but
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Dalvin Cook 94, Joe Mixon 93. That's awfully high, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't know if my boy Logic's gonna like hearing that, but I think that's way too high. Alvin Kamara at 90. Another one of those name picks. Aaron
Mm-hmm.
Jones at 89. Um, I don't know how he got that high either. Austin Eckler should be higher.
He
He's at
should be.
88. And then Ezekiel Elliott should not be on this fucking
Ezekiel
list
Elliott is not a top 10 running back.
for sure.
He's
For
not a
sure.
top 10 running back. That's what's pissing me off about him. And honestly, what pisses me off about the Cowboys in general. Not only do we hype them up based off of just the name of their individual name, we hype them up because of the team name. And they're not, like, if you look at what Zeke did last year, that's not top 10. I'm not even putting Miles Sanders at top 10. You see what I'm saying? Like,
Mhm.
Zeke is not top 10. He's not better than Miles Sanders.
Exactly.
So what are we doing here?
Yep. I mean, there's a couple guys in that that 11 to 20 range that are 100% more deserving of the spot.
Yeah,
To name three: Josh Jacobs,
I'm
Leonard
not mad at
Fournette,
that. Mm-hmm.
Najee Harris,
Najee Harris needs to be in the top 10 based off last year's output. He
as a
should.
rookie.
Yeah,
Exactly.
he should be
And I might be wrong on this one, but I think David Montgomery deserves to be closer to 10 than he does closer to 20. Just my opinion.
based off of last year.
You're right. Uh,
That's that
I'll
name
say
bias. That's
yes.
that
I'll
name
say
bias,
yes.
bro.
I'll say yes. I'll say yes. But anything else stick out to you about these running backs?
Saquon.
Oh yeah, he's far, far down. I mean, it makes sense the injuries and everything.
Yes, yes.
I didn't think he would be for that
He's
far
not
down.
above, but he's not above Najee Harris from last year's output. He's not above
Yeah,
Najee Harris.
for sure.
That's
I mean,
another
the
one of
fact
those
that
names.
Cordarrelle Patterson is above Najee
Yeah.
Harris is actually hilarious.
That is hilarious. Yeah. I mean, but he had a phenomenal year last year.
He
Patterson
definitely did.
Patterson went off. Yeah.
Yeah,
And that
for
was in
sure.
Atlanta. So
Yep. You heard every bit of that.
bro. He was like their best player last year.
All I gotta say is, if you're a fantasy football degenerate and he didn't win you a league last season, your team sucks.
he should he should he should get at least flex options this year.
Yeah, for sure,
He
for sure.
should.
All right, my favorite. Honestly, I'm
Yes,
hyped for
sir.
this. I
Yes,
gotta I
sir.
gotta keep mentioning it because I'm hyped. Um, Cornerbacks and D linemen. So we've got, I mean, some overlap here, but we'll take it.
Yeah.
99 Aaron Donald, 99 Miles Garrett, 1 and 2. I agree with that. Number 3 Jalen Ramsey at 98. I don't agree with this drop off. I don't think there should be this much of a drop off points wise, but Jair Alexander at 94, Nick Bosa at 94, Tyron Matthew at 94, which I like. Cameron Hayward at 93. Yeah, he does not deserve to be on this one either. Um,
Mm-mm.
Derwin James is on here. Tre'Davious White is on here. And Vita Vey is coming in at number 10. Yeah, there's a lot of snubs on this one. Anyone stick out to you? Say it, and say it with your chest.
Bro, I'm be completely honest with you. I think based off of last year, Josh Sweat needs more respect.
Really?
Josh
Sweat.
Sweat, yeah, Josh Sweat, but Darius Slay, I'm going to speak about him more so than anyone else right now.
Hmm.
Darius Slay being 92 makes no sense to me.
Criminal.
It's beyond criminal. If I'm not mistaken, he was number one in Oh my God, I'm sorry. Number going against number one receivers that had the least, if I'm saying this correctly, the least amount of receptions on him. I don't know how you can have someone that's that impactful with the number one receiver on every team that they faced last year and have him at, I'm sorry, was that 92?
Yep, 92.
How?
I mean, you're the fourth ranked cornerback, and you're at a 92.
How?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Like, I mean, and no disrespect to Jair Alexander, and honestly, no disrespect to Jalen Ramsey. I could make a case Darius Slay is the best cornerback.
I don't know about that, brother.
I could, I
I
could,
don't know
I
about that.
could, I could, I could, because
You gonna need to give me a couple drinks first
I
to
could
convince me of that.
at least number two,
Number two, we can argue,
at
but
least
number
two,
one,
at least two, because I think you could, if you wanted to make an argument for him being the best one against Jalen Ramsey. That's cool. I'm cool if the argument is lost, but I think there should be an argument. That's my point. Darius Slay needs more respect, man, and I'm tired of him getting slept on the way he's been slept on.
I agree
Um,
with you. I agree with you.
if we're because I mean, think about this, and this is bias against Philadelphia. I don't care what anybody says. It almost seems like anybody that is like of his caliber when they're on another team, everybody's ranking him, you know,
Way
best.
higher. Yep.
Yeah, like he was in Detroit. He was in Detroit and
And getting all the
balling.
love.
Yeah, and
And getting all
got all that respect. He comes to Philly and there it's like almost like people forgot about him.
yeah.
I don't get that. I don't get that.
And you would think it's a bigger fucking market too. Like
Bro, a bigger
what
market.
sense does it make?
The team just won a Super Bowl a couple years prior. Like
It's so crazy how recent that was, to be honest.
it is. It is. I'm just tired of disrespect, man. I'm tired of the
Yes, sir.
disrespect.
Yes, sir. We'll leave it at that. We'll leave it at that. Because I'm tired of it too, goddammit. And then
Yeah.
the fact that there's no 99 QBs is stupid as fuck to me
That does
too.
that, yeah.
But and the drop off here is insane. Like how the fuck? Okay, we'll read it off top to bottom. Number one, Tom Brady at 97. Number two, Aaron Rodgers at 96. Number three, Pat Mahomes at 95. This is where the drop offs start getting ridiculous. Number four,
Mhm.
Josh Allen at 92.
Yeah.
Joe Burrow at number five. I don't know if I agree with that. At 90, I agree with the rating. I don't agree with number five. Prescott, I don't agree with this either. At 89, if anyone deserves to be out of this top 10, is Prescott. Justin Herbert
Thank you.
at 88. Lamar Jackson at 87. Criminal. I'm not a homer. This is
Yeah.
criminal. There's
Yeah.
no reason why Lamar Jackson should have the same rating as Russell Wilson.
Yeah.
There's no reason, especially after last season.
Yeah.
But Russell Wilson at 87, and then this is fucking bring the dog out back and shoot him kind of thing.
Mhm.
Matt Stafford at number 10 at 85.
The dude just won Super Bowl, man.
And my thing is like,
And was killing it.
what are y'all trying to save with the power creep here? Like,
I don't know.
how much of a difference would it make if someone is a 96 versus a 93? Not much.
Not
So like
much.
even it out. Make the 99s mean something.
Look, and you know what's funny too? I'm not mad at anybody that wants to put Josh Allen above Patrick Mahomes right now.
I will entertain the argument. I don't
That's what I'm
agree,
saying. I don't
but he
agree.
should at least be a
But
94.
exactly. I'm not. I wouldn't be mad at it. I
Mhm.
wouldn't be mad at it. But Dak Prescott should not be a top 10 quarterback.
Dude,
He
there's
should
no
not be a
way
top,
he
he's
is.
not top
There's
10.
no way he is, bro. There's
He's
no
not.
way, and I don't care that he didn't play at all last season. There's no way he's better than Deshaun Watson. Like,
He's
no
not.
way.
He's not.
Zero way.
He's
He's
not.
not better than Derek Carr. And Derek Carr is
Bro,
ranked 13th. Like,
bro. You want me to tell you something that's probably gonna be controversial too?
well, go ahead, go ahead.
He's not better than Jalen Hurts.
Dude, you don't want me to tell you where Jalen Hurts
Oh,
is.
I know. I saw. He's like what on the third page? Like he's like the 28th ranked QB.
Yeah.
That makes no sense.
He has the same rating as Justin Fields.
Which makes no sense based off of output last year.
Criminal.
What are we doing here?
Criminal.
What are we doing?
Yeah,
Lamar
I
Jackson
think the
should
Philly
not
bias
be.
might be real. I was trying
It's
to
the
pump the
Philly
brakes.
bias,
I
bro.
don't
I
know.
swear to God, it is. Because I guarantee you, Zach Ertz is probably higher right now than he was in Philly.
Yep.
I can guarantee he is.
Yep.
I don't even have to look at it. I know he is because they never showed him love.
Yeah.
But you can't show me what we saw last year with Justin Herbert and say Dak Prescott is better than him.
Yeah. Not at all.
You
Not
just
at all.
can't. You can't. I don't see any reason that Dak Prescott should be even in remotely close to the conversation of a top 10 QB.
How is Prescott above Lamar Jackson?
That's my point.
It makes zero sense.
He shouldn't be.
You
And
can
the
make the
stuff that Lamar
case.
did last year, what are we basing this off of? Because there are guys that had no choice but to run at specific times last year, right?
Mhm.
Lamar Jackson, Justin Herbert, Jalen Hurts. They had no choice but to run in specific moments last year.
Yep.
Dak Prescott had Ezekiel Elliott, Amari Cooper, CeeDee Lamb. Did they win a playoff game last year?
No siree.
So what are we talking about here?
Yep.
What are we
I
talking about?
agree.
There is no legitimate case for Dak Prescott to be considered a top 10 QB. I don't care if you're talking about Madden. I don't care if you're talking about Madden Mobile. I don't like
Madden Mobile.
nothing. There's nothing. He's not a top 10 QB.
No
He's
way.
not.
No way. He's not a top. If this is a hot take, he's not a top 13 QB.
No. No. I'm not. You just said it. Deshaun Watson is. I'm taking Deshaun Watson over Dak Prescott.
100%.
I'm taking Matt Stafford over Prescott. I'm taking Derrick Carr over Prescott. I'm probably even taking Kyler Murray over Prescott.
Yep. I agree, man.
Like, what are we doing? How is Baker Mayfield higher than Jalen Hurts, bro?
Make it make sense. Why is it not letting me pull up the team ratings? Can you pull up the team ratings?
I can't pull them up. No, I can't.
Yeah, it's not letting me. I don't know why.
Based off of last year, why is Matt Ryan above Mac Jones?
That's a great question. I feel like Mac Jones.
I don't care. Why is Mac Jones lower than Matt Ryan?
You saw the mental math there.
Yes.
Yes. You're right. You're right.
Based off of last season.
You're right. 100%.
Mac Jones is not a worse QB than Matt Ryan is.
I'm telling you, I think QBs and new players in new situations in general get a rub. Like I really think that's something that's been key, noted in all these different categories. If you're going to a new place, you're getting the rub.
Why is Jameis Winston above Trevor Lawrence?
That's a great question. It's LASIK Jameis. That's why it's LASIK.
Why?
Jameis.
Just why?
And why is there only 4 players that are 99? The one player that's 99 that didn't get listed anywhere is Trent Williams, a left tackle. How? I don't get it. I don't get it.
I don't know what we're basing these ratings off of, but and come on, Tom Brady, phenomenal. But didn't Aaron Rodgers get the MVP?
Yep. That's that lifetime status right there. I'm telling you.
What are we doing?
He didn't win a playoff game either. Bruh.
I don't know, man.
He's dumbfounded. He doesn't even know what to say.
There's nothing to say.
Yeah.
There's nothing to say.
EA, get your shit together, man. I get you want the kids to see their favorite players. I get it. But let's base this a little bit more off of what the hell is going on. How about that?
What we saw last year and what took place.
And based on what we saw last year, how the hell is Kyler Murray underneath Russell Wilson? Explain.
Because you have both of and I know Russell Wilson is in Denver right now, but 2 of his receivers, if I'm not mistaken, were You had DK Metcalf and
Tyler Lockett.
Tyler Lockett at what? They're not in top 10, are they?
No, they're both top
Top
20, but
15 though, right?
yeah. No, I
Somewhere in
don't
that
think
range.
Tyler Lockett was top 15. I think DK was, which I don't even agree with either.
No, they
DK had
are.
a
They're
worse
both.
season.
They're both top 15.
Oh yeah, and Tyler Lockett's above. Yeah, I didn't see
Yeah.
that earlier.
Who's throwing the ball to them last year?
Exactly.
I mean, I know Geno
Geno
Smith.
Smith,
I know Geno
baby.
Smith did a little bit, but come on, man.
Yeah, there's no way Debo should be behind either of those guys either. Yeah,
No,
this
no.
math is not
This is
mathing.
it's not mathing.
Yeah, but
I'm hurt. I'm
yeah,
hurt.
I didn't think this would affect me as much as it is right now. I'm kind of annoyed.
It's pissing me off.
Yeah, and the fact that I can't pull up the team ratings either. Like, I feel like in some part, the balancing with this has to be related to team ratings. That's the only thing that makes sense.
Hold on. I'm
Because
gonna pull it up for you.
Cooper Cup and Jalen Ramsey being 98, bro. Like,
Yeah.
it feels like they both got the bump just because their team is that good.
I don't, bro. None of this stuff makes sense at this point. Okay. All right. This is dumb as hell. Okay. The Buccaneers are number 1. Buffalo Bills 2. Rams 3.
How?
Packers 4. Ravens 5. Chargers 6. Chargers 6. Cowboys 7. Chiefs 8. Niners
How the
9. Eagles.
Cowboys 7?
Hold on. I think I'm. Hold on.
That
There's
shit
no
just
way.
gave me an aneurysm,
There's
bro.
no way.
Cowboys
There's no
7?
way. There's no way. This
They
can't be the
lost
right list.
players.
This cannot be the right list. There's no
There's
way
no
this is the
way.
right list.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on here.
No. It is. Bucks
I'm
1,
telling you, bro.
Bills 2, Rams 3, Packers 4, Ravens 5, Chargers 6, Cowboys 7, Chiefs 8, Niners 9, Eagles 10, Bengals 11. Weren't the Bengals in
How
the
are the
Super Bowl?
Bengals beneath
Weren't the Bengals in the
Eagles?
Super Bowl?
I don't know what's going on here. And they retained all their players. Like, call the
Yes.
cops, bro. Call. If anything, they signed more offensive linemen.
Okay.
Call the cops, bro.
Here's the
Call
thing. Eagles and Bengals are both rated 85. Niners at 86. Chiefs at 86. Cowboys also 86. Okay. Chargers and Ravens both at 87. Packers and Rams at 88. Bills 89. Buccaneers 92.
And they shouldn't even be that high either.
They should.
It don't make no sense.
Dallas, there's no way Dallas. And look, this is not my bias, bro. This is not my bias.
It's facts. It's facts.
Please tell me how the Cowboys lost as many guys as they lost in this offseason, and they are still higher than the Chiefs, Niners, Eagles, and Bengals.
That shit does not make any sense.
What are we talking about here? How do you adjust the calculations for the guys that they lost and the guys that they had last year? I don't think they should still be rated this high. If they brought them all back,
had all of them,
they should not still be rated this high based off of last year's output.
Yep. This is bullshit.
How are the Buccaneers above the Rams and the Rams won the Super Bowl?
Makes no sense. How is there 6 teams above the Buccaneers? Like, that doesn't make sense.
How are the Eagles above the Bengals and the Bengals were in the Super Bowl?
Bruh. I honestly was surprised that the Ravens were above the Bengals. So what the fuck?
How are the Ravens above the Chargers?
I think that one's a little more fair, but with all the moves they made.
But based on the moves, if we're talking about the output last year and their off-season moves, we can incorporate that too. What are we talking about here?
I don't know what the fuck. I'm telling you, this is a popularity contest. That's what Madden is ultimately, right? Like, I'm sure more people.
Yes.
I'm sure more people play with the Cowboys than play with the Rams on average. I would imagine, right? I mean, Rams can't even get their own fans to show up to their playoff games, and you think there's more players playing as the Rams than yeah. So
Bro,
I guess that factors in, but it shouldn't.
you can even make a case that the Rams got better this offseason.
Exactly. But I'm telling you,
They got Bobby Wagner, right?
it must be based off of popularity in some way. They'll say it's not, but it has to be.
Bro, the Packers
I love how
lost
this is
Devontae
stressing us
Adams.
out right now.
The Packers lost Devontae Adams, their best player.
And they're still that high. Yeah.
They're above the Ravens, Chargers, Cowboys, Chiefs, Niners, Eagles, and Bengals.
Their best player on offense, not named Aaron Rodgers.
Not named Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron Jones. Like, what the fuck?
Yo, I'm tired, man. I'm tired.
I wish they had it broken down like it is in the game because it tells you like offense, defense overall. I wish they had those stats there too.
Ooh, because got another one for you. Offensive line, top 10.
Ooh, let's go.
Eagles 1, Bucks 2, Browns 3, Cowboys 4, Chiefs 5, Patriots 6, Colts 7, Lions 8, Ravens 9, and Washington 10.
Bruh.
How are the Washington Commanders at 10?
Above the aren't the where did you say the Colts? Did I hear that correctly?
Yes.
Did you say the Colts?
Yes.
Where are they?
Yeah, the Colts are 7.
They should be 5.
Yeah.
Off rip, they should be 5 or higher.
But why are the Lions in the top 10?
I have no idea.
Where's the Chargers offensive line?
That's a great question.
How the Chargers offensive line not even a top 10 offensive line?
Listen, y'all can't.
Ezekiel Elliott could not run last year.
I can't put retro John Madden on the cover with this blasphemy going on. All right,
bruh. Ezekiel Elliott could not run last year.
For real.
Not against good teams. Against the bad teams, yes, but against 500 or better teams, he could not run. How are the Cowboys a top 5 offensive line?
Boo that man. Boo the whole. How are Cowboys in every category?
Then I don't get it. I don't get it.
They barely made the playoffs. If they were in my division, we would have made the playoffs over them. Like,
yes.
What the fuck?
Yes. But someone's got to explain to me the Washington though.
Yeah.
Someone has to explain Washington to me because I'm not getting that.
There must be a big Carson Wentz fan. They're hopeful, hopeful for what's to come.
Yo, hold up. And their running back wasn't even the top 10 running back, was he?
Nope.
What is going on here, man?
I don't know. It's not adding up. There must be some advanced analytics we're missing out on here.
No, eye test. I don't need advanced analytics. Eye test will tell you everything you need to know. You're not going to put Ezekiel Elliott that high. I'm sorry.
Yeah, top 10. It's not happening.
It's just not happening.
It's not happening.
Wait, why is James Conner? Bruh, I'm sorry. Antonio Gibson and James Conner are below Miles Sanders based off last year.
Yeah, that makes no sense.
And AJ, yeah, bro. Look, all right. I'm done.
It's like I'm done.
I don't even want to talk about it anymore.
That's it. Yeah, it's over. If you want to get pissed off, folks, look through these Madden ratings because we're not exaggerating. There's a lot of the stuff here that really does not make sense. How mad can we be about it? Not too mad. I don't expect much out of these folks at this point. But get right. Consult us. You know what I'm saying? Put us on the council. Get us, throw a little coin our way. I know you make a lot off your microtransactions.
Yeah, right.
And we'll figure it out. We'll figure this list out. I promise.
Yeah, we will put everybody in their proper place.
As we always do.
As we always do.
As we always do on this show. God damn it. So there's one topic that we have left to discuss. Well, actually two, but one of them that you don't remotely care about. So I'll be talking about it. But next up, hey, I'm in the same boat with this one. I don't think I remotely care about this besides the real world implications of it. Vince McMahon has announced his retirement.
Yes.
And it's almost like me in the current job situation I'm at, where you kind of you might peace out before you get fired. You know what I'm saying? You might because you know it's coming, right? So you might peace out early. That's what he did here. Obviously, a bunch of allegations. I mean, it's not allegations if there's a paper trail, right? You're paying these people off. There's no that's not even smoke to the fire at that point. That's concrete evidence that it happened. So I mean,
I think
get
he
out
paid
ahead
like
of
around
it, right?
14 million, right?
Yep, exactly. So get out ahead of it, right? I guess that's what it is. But in my opinion, as soon as this stuff came out, he should have been taken out of that position instead of giving him the chance to retire on his own. It even got celebrated as if it was a sort of a moment in history where, oh, this is the end of an era. This is an era that should have been ushered out.
I mean, he shouldn't even look. He
That man is
sucked at his
built.
job, to be completely honest, especially over the last 15, 20 years. Nah.
After he killed himself, it was all downhill. After he killed himself the first time, everything went downhill. And the fact that you killed yourself multiple times, come on, bro. I remember one of them because my ass was invested. I cried, bro. I was like, no, there's no way. It's like there's no more WWE now. Like, what's you can't kill Vince. And then like 2 episodes later, he's back.
Yeah, because I remember the last time that at least that I remember that he killed himself off was when Mr. Kennedy was supposed to be his son, his long lost son.
Fucking ridiculous.
And then he died in a limo explosion.
Yep.
And then had to come back because I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think that's when Eddie Guerrero died in real life.
Mm-hmm.
So, they ended the storyline.
So there was like, yeah, he's not really dead, bro. Eddie is R.I.P. Damn.
That was horrible.
Horrible.
That was horrible. But to be completely honest, I think Vince McMahon should have been gone long ago. Yeah, all the
not even because of allegations.
No, but all the bra and panties matches, the sex show that he forced Edge and Lita to do. He said nigga on pay-per-view multiple times.
It was a bit. Like it was a bit
to John Cena in front of Booker T.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you, man.
And what other sport will that shit fly? Like, because that's what they consider themselves, right?
How about this? It is a sport, but
how dare you?
Well, it's choreographed. I'll give him.
Sport.
It's sport. It's a sport. It's a sport. You draw plays in NBA, in basketball and football, right? That's basically what they do.
No,
they choreograph it. They choreograph it.
That's not what they do, bro. That's not what they do, bro.
They plan it out. And then execute the plan, right? That's what they do.
Oh man. Hey, wrestling is a sport. Pro wrestling is not a sport. Oh man. But yeah, I agree. He should have been gone long ago. He's a fucking weirdo. And he comes from an era of weirdos. So it makes sense. It's not
this isn't new.
I guess that's why this is tolerated, right? Because imagine if Tony Khan was doing the same shit in AEW, right? And these things was happening. Khan isn't even a face necessarily the way Vince is, right?
Right.
But still, like there will be calls for his job.
Bro.
So what the fuck?
Bro, there's been allegations against Dan Snyder. He's just been like kicking the can down the road. Like he's basically
no big deal. Man.
Yeah, like, he's almost delaying the inevitable. I think that's what's going to end up happening to him at some point, but Vince but
that's different though. Like that's like comparing, like you can't compare.
He's the owner of the team. Though.
Exactly.
He's the owner of the team.
Like if Roger Goodell is, it's different, but
he's a commissioner, but he's the owner. Like Dan Snyder's the owner of the team. Vince is the owner of WWE, right? Like CEO.
But WWE is not a team in the same way. Like you know what I mean?
Put it like this.
They're the organization.
They're the organization. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, well, that's like you can't combine all 32 teams to say that, right? It's like individual owners. So that's the only reason why I'm saying that. Gotcha. But Vince has been holding this off for as long as he could. we knew this was gonna look.
10
Based,
times more graceful than it deserved to be. That's how
oh,
I feel.
for sure, for sure. I mean, but honestly, based off of just the product itself, Vince should have been gone long ago. Like this is, I thought we were going to have to wait till he died. I honestly, and I said this, I think I said this on this show. Vince McMahon is just like Jerry Jones. You have to wait for him to die in order for them to actually move forward, right? Because that's the only way they're going to get rid of. That's the only way they're going to let go of their position. Well, I didn't take into account being, a sick bastard does the same thing too. So there you go. Like,
I mean, he might be out soon too. Shit.
I mean, there you go. Like Vince
You better
McMahon.
call Vince for some pointers. You might want to do this before it gets you. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. They came pretty close with Ghislaine. I don't know. We almost figured some things out.
Look, all I know. Actually, it was funny you said that. Vince McMahon is friends with Trump too, so I'm actually shocked it took this long for something to come out. Linda McMahon was on Trump's one of his boards. I forgot, like when he was in office. She was working in DC for the administration.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So
that's wild.
Good riddance, Vince. Yes, that's all I gotta say. Good riddance. I mean, it's about time you're gone. No, there should be no emotional send off for the guy. He got exactly what he deserved, and he should be getting more.
Over, what do you set the over under for the rest of his lifespan? What do you set the over under? I need you to set this line, Derrick. How many years do we have left here?
I'll put it like this. All right. He's 77 years old. Doesn't he look like he's about 85, 89, somewhere in that range?
Honestly,
have you seen
face wise, yes.
The
body wise, no.
The face is all I'm talking about.
Yeah.
That's all. The face, he looks like he's in that 85 range.
Yeah.
I don't know, bro. I don't know. I don't know where I would set it.
I'm setting that at with all the shit that he has to take to make that body look the way it is. I'm setting that bitch at 6. I'm setting that bitch at 6, bro. With all the supplements that you need to maintain those muscles, it got to be somewhere near that range. Got to be somewhere near.
Bro, it would not shock me. I'll put it like that. Because he's lost a lot of mass over the last couple of years.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
You can't keep taking all that stuff and think you're gonna be able to hold out long.
Yeah. You gotta put in the work to keep that muscle mass for sure.
Yeah. So he shrunk similar to how Arnold Schwarzenegger did.
Yep. And it's just old age. I mean, that happens to everyone.
I mean, yeah, you did get smaller, but in terms of how fast they shrunk. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's different. That's different. And when you're taking those supplements like that,
thyroid can't handle it.
Who knows what happens, man? You factor that in with the stress of all these allegations coming out and not being able to keep them at bay.
Allegations, all the truth coming out, motherfucker.
All the truth. Yeah.
And he's been built like a hot dog for years. Like, he's had that hot dog skin going on for a minute. So I'm telling you, bro, 6 is the number. It doesn't get lower. I mean, it doesn't get higher. I'm telling you. I don't know why this take is taking Derrick out so much, but hey, this is an appropriate place to leave us off. The last thing I'm gonna say here is the Subway Series is going on this week. Yankees versus Mets in prime time. Okay. So I'm really excited to watch that. I started
thinking about food, man. I'm like, what?
Said timeout. Jared's back. You're gonna bring. So we go from Vince McMahon to Jared. That's what you're telling me, Chris? No.
It's
Look,
one of those
I'm as
days.
hungry as the next guy. I'm as hungry as the next guy. But as far as our last sports talk,
Oh God, that's funny.
Subway series, keep an eye out for it. Going to be a great series, in my opinion. They've got a very interesting matchup against one another,
Yes, sir.
and this first match is already playing out. I mean, first game is already playing out that way. Mets are up right now, 5-2 as we speak. And that's after Yankees came out hot with two big home runs. So excited to watch this series. It's going to be back and forth. And obviously, being that I'm in New York, I was heckling some Mets fans earlier on the train. So I'm a little devastated to see we're losing right now, but we'll take it where we can take it.
Look, superstition, bro. Don't ever talk trash before the game to the other team. Other team
Really,
fans.
that's how you go in.
I don't talk.
I'm a fall on my sword kind of guy,
That's
you know.
that's
Like
why that's why during the playoffs, every series, I was just quiet. I was quiet. I'm not talking. I'll talk. I'll talk, about the game, like on Twitter or whatever. I might respond to a couple people, but I'm not getting into any like back and forth.
Mhm.
Did that with the Bucks. Did that with Miami. Did that with Brooklyn. You see what I'm saying? Like,
it
and,
worked
and
out for
then
you.
and then we got to go to state, bro. Nat got on my nerves. I ain't going front. She got on my
I
nerves.
remember I got on your nerves too on this show. I
Yes,
remember.
and I think
I don't blame you. When you that close, nothing else makes sense. Nothing else makes sense. I can't blame you. I can't blame you. But I think just like that, we got another episode in the books, man.
yes,
This was
sir.
awesome. This was
Yes, sir.
awesome.
Yes,
And
sir. As always.
so much more than we always think it is coming in.
Yes,
We always find enough ways to fill it up. So
most
please,
definitely.
before we get out of here, direct them to where they can find your stuff.
Yes, sir. If you want to follow me at Derrick_OTS. That's DERRICK, the black way to spell it. But most importantly, please follow the brand at at OTS Media Co. All social media platforms. OTS Media on YouTube. You can go to the website otsmediaco.com. Check out all the stuff we got coming out. All the other shows. Shout out to everybody else under OTS. We love you guys. Thank you guys all. Thank all you guys for the support. Thank you for watching and listening every week. We definitely appreciate you guys for sure.
100%. And you're such a pro. I was gonna do it too, but you already did it for me. So perfect. You can catch me on Twitter at Negron MMA. Listen, I'm at the magical number right now. I'm
Uh-oh.
not asking for no followers. I'm at 369, baby.
Nope.
Don't even follow me this week. Just let me live in it. Just let me live in it, Maybe next week. But we're on the climb to 400. So I appreciate all you guys. Thank you so much for the support. And and just don't follow me this week. Maybe next week. Maybe next week.
Yeah. Let them live a little bit.
Yes, sir. I'm trying to live it up as much as I can right now. And then you could catch me on Instagram as well at Chris Negron _ if you're trying to get some random insights into what's going on in my life. God damn it.
Yes,
But
sir.
that's all I've got.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, thank you guys for watching and or listening. Please, like Chris said earlier, rate, subscribe, let us know, give us some feedback on what you guys think, what you guys want to hear us discuss. We are getting back into the flow of things. We'll be getting back into some of the segments, those fun segments we had last season as well, especially moving closer to the NFL season. So thank you guys for watching and or listening. We'll catch you guys next week.
Peace.